What is going on, everybody? BDog743 here, back for some more Farming Simulator 17 action. It's been forever. I haven't been able to record for quite some time, actually. I've been pretty much been working the night shift at my job from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. daily. It's just been a little bit rough on me working, through the night, which is usually no problem because usually I'm a night owl, such as right now. It's 11:25 p.m. and I'm just now finally recording after I've had to dump 20 minutes of footage. Or, yeah, it's a little bit exaggerating, but you get the point. For some other reason, my microphone wasn't picked up in Bandicam. But, nonetheless, guys, we're back. It's been a while. After Christmas time, a lot of the views dropped, and everything, which everyone's got lives, everything's going, and I've had my own things I've had to take care of as well. But, I'm feeling like I'm ready to continue on here and push on through the YouTube series and on my channel, and to continue to try to grow and do better. But on this map here, this is a new series. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with my PV17 series, whether or not I'm going to continue it or not. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was a little bit burnt out on Farming Simulator for a while. I just played my little heart out, and I just couldn't, it wasn't doing it for me. So, but, I've been kind of wanting to play again, so why not dive into it here? We're doing kind of a modest farm setup here. The name of the game is to start small and work up your way to be big. With this map not currently being PV17, without all the extra stuff to do and all that other stuff, like processing and everything, this is kind of more or less your base game style stuff here. All the base game crops. We've got cows and sheep working for us right now. We're starting off with some really, really small tractors, but I love them. This is a Massey Ferguson 200 here. I believe some of these tractors are actually available in the mod hub. If they are not, I will try to find them where I got them, but I'm pretty sure they're in the mod hub. As well as this Massey Ferguson 240 here. Love these little small tractors here. As you can tell, it is a little bit too small for this guy here. We're running with a small New Holland combine there. We've also got the other Massey Ferguson, kind of the one from Vanilla Game, up there, and then a trying to remember some of the stuff that I've kind of placed out here. We've got our Welger small baler here, as well as the auto-loading trailer. It's got a pretty neat little animation there that goes with that. I have never actually tried it out yet, but we're also running we also have a Ditzfar here with the 2 mowers. We've got the Discbine and the Pottinger. So we've got that going for us over there. We have the GMC dump truck, old style dump truck. We've got other dump trucks that we're going to be upgrading to once we get the proper cash flow. Oh, and mind me, this map is, if I can get my foot off the pedal there to quit zooming in. This map is Sosnovka, I believe. That's not Sosnovka. Slovakian village or something like that. I'll make sure I put the name in the description for you guys. But we are currently starting off with fields 22, 15, 13, and 12. Nice big square field layout here. Decent sized fields. Not such a huge map that it's going to take forever to get everywhere. So I'm really gonna, I'm kind of intrigued for this series. I'm hoping everything will go good, and things will just go swimmingly. As well as, I don't think I'm going to be running course play at all for this series, just because the fields are square enough, and I feel like I'm going to be able to do kind of, or keep busy without having to do a whole bunch of work at once. that was the, that's kind of the downfall with PV17, is there was so much to do that I hired so many workers to do everything pretty much automated for me, and that kind of, I don't want to say took the fun out of it, but it was just a lot of stuff to do. It's more of a multiplayer style map than anything. But getting started here, I mean, right off the bat, you know what we got to do. We just got to hire a worker, get him started on that field 15. I believe this is wheat, if I'm not mistaken. I'm correct. As well, field 13 was wheat, but I think it's actually harvested already. I believe it is, yeah. Oh, and here's our other one. I almost forgot. The International 1455 XL. Gorgeous looking tractor here. The only thing is it's basically just a reskin of the case, but nonetheless, I like the way it looks. I like the front grille. It's beautiful. All right, let's get in here as well. I'll be kind of explaining some of my plans that are, what I have planned for this, for what we're going to be doing here in the future as well. I am also running the Creator Tools mod here. I bumped up my walking speed to ×3. I also have muscle mode on, just in case if I need to get a pesky pallet or something like that out of the way without having to get pallet forks. I will be doing pallet forks for pallets, of course, and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. But look at me, it's been a long time, guys, since I've recorded or talked to myself, as most people think of it. But we'll see how it goes. It might be a little bit rocky off the start, but just bear with me, guys. I know this probably isn't too realistic, me running around at ×3 normal walking speed, but trying to get around to places without wasting too much time. As for the timestamps for the videos, I'm going to keep them around 40 minutes, just as I usually do. And then as well as I'm going to be recording this kind of as time goes on. I'm not going to pre-record a crap ton of stuff and then dish it out to you guys months later and have you guys kind of comment and say, hey, did you fix this? Or hey, you need to fix that. And I'd be like, well, it's already like 20 episodes ahead. I'm not going to do it this time. I'm definitely going to be trying to stick to, well, just keeping it real and trying to, basically what I do in this is going to be based off of what you guys want or what you guys are feeling like. I'm going to start off here with canola. So, I'm going to be basically recording this, and then I will post it, and then by the time I post it, I'll give it a day or so, and kind of see what you guys are thinking about it and stuff like that. You guys have to be, you guys have to tell me what you guys are doing. Please comment that, let me know what you guys are thinking and stuff like that. That's really going to help out this series as a whole. But I think we're doing pretty good so far. Oh yes, so we've got all of our field working going on here, our combine, as well as our seeder and our cultivator out that way. This field 22, which we have to go over here to do. This field 22, what I'm thinking about doing with that is this is obviously going to have to be harvested. I think it's wheat again, if I'm not mistaken. No, what is it, soybeans? It's not soybeans, it's canola. So we've got this field here of canola. This is basically going to get harvested and what have you not, and we're going to plant grass here. So this will be our grass field for our animals, our sheep, our cows, everything grass related that we need for them. And speaking of which, we don't have a water trailer for the sheeps or anything. What do you currently figured? Let's get this out of the way. I like this. I love this little tractor. It's already almost got a full grain tank too. Let's drive this out of his way. Probably park it over here, just for safe measure. As well, same as usual, I have this set on one stage of fertilizer, one stage, or fast growth, stuff like that. I like that game style a little bit better. If I play with other people, then I obviously play to what they have their settings set at. But for me, I don't know. Just like playing it like the way it is, how I have it. So I got my wheel hooked up, if you guys couldn't tell. I know you have a full grain tank, might as well. I'm going to switch this out for the other one that we have up there. Might help it out a little bit. Alright. So there's tons of new gadgets and gizmos out that I have totally missed out on for a while. I do have the Cocoon and the Big Bud pack as well. I'm going to be trying to implement the Big Buds into this. That is our kind of our end game, what I'm trying to reach. So hopefully that'll happen eventually. But yes, I'm pretty sure you can hear my chair and everything else around me. Feels good to be kind of back in the game here, guys, and hopefully you guys are sticking along. And thank you guys for your continued support. Even though it's it's been a while since I've posted, since I've done a lot of stuff, but got something sticky on my steering wheel and it's bugging me. So yes, even though these tractors are nice looking, they are not the most powerful things in the world, and I'm probably already stuck, aren't I? Moving a little bit. This will be fun. Wow, how is this thing stuck? There we go. Okay, let's ease into it, shall we? Let's get away from this big old tree here. Come on, girl. There you go. There we go. Kind of eased itself into that one. Good. Yeah, we need a new trailer. Or a new tipper. Swing ourselves around here to our silo. Hopefully we'll be able to make it up it. Guys, I have something sticky on my steering wheel that's bugging me. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. What's my dump key? There it is. Alright, let's take this thing down. Or up, I should say. Oh yeah, let's see. That's how they did it, man, back in the days. Yeah, this trailer's just way too big for this tractor. Come on, cowgirl, come on. Come on, don't struggle on me. If this trailer was full, this thing would not be able to pull it at all. So yep, currently we just have to wait patiently for the harvester to kind of get done and for everything else to kind of start moving in motion there. Drop this trailer off. GMC is basically going to be for just transport purposes only. I'm not going to be driving it on the fields and stuff like that. It's just not, I don't know, I'm over that part. Okay, well at least both wheels are on the ground for this one. It's a little bit better, right? Also have to worry about the cows and getting them all set up. Oh, as well, I'm going to stop this thing right here. Totally off topic. But, where is it at? Can't remember if it's under baling technology. Yes, this guy right here. It is for, oh my gosh, look at that. Starter kit. Premium wheels. I mean, this thing's going to be expensive. But what this does is it can take pretty much anything, such as silage, chaff, anything like that, manure even, and it can bale it up and do it like that. So eventually speaking, or technically speaking, we don't even need to buy a baler. We can pretty much grab that entire thing, and we can grab I don't know, maybe a loading wagon perhaps. We can back that loading wagon up to that machine, and it will process the bale, everything, and wrap it or whatever it needs to do. And it works just like a baler, but it's stationary, so we don't have to go up and down everything. We can just basically, you know, follow behind or whatever we need to do. I don't know. I like it. I think it's going to be cool. Even this trailer's huge for that. Doesn't have a very big gas tank either. So we got to work on getting new equipment and everything rolling, such as like bigger seeders and cultivator and stuff like that. Maybe even a dual purpose one that can cultivate and seed at the same time. That'd be nice. But it's kind of funny because like I never really actually knew about like farming equipment and stuff like that. I knew of of the combine and a tractor and stuff like that, but all the equipment that kind of goes along with it, you know, like with the cultivator or the seeder, I can actually kind of like in real life now. It's kind of funny. I'm like, oh hey, that's this or that's that. You know, most people are like, really? It's because of that farming game, huh? You know, it's kind of just makes me laugh. Cause I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I just find it really cool that I can now kind of pinpoint that kind of stuff out. Because farming, you know, is pretty interesting. You never really think about it until, you know, hey, I'm playing a farming game. Guess what? You know. Oh wow, this thing is definitely going to need to upgrade eventually. I'm going to keep these old tractors though around. I think they're going to be nice for him hauling stuff around to fields, if they can handle it. This thing's struggling, man. Everything's going ship shape here. We got 3 workers working away here, taking all of our money. We do not have any loans out though, so that'll be coming in handy. We're going to have to be buying a little water trailer for our animals. And I'm not holding out on the throttle on this thing either. I mean, this is pedal to the floor with this tractor. Also forgot to check as well. I got a decent amount of stuff going on here. Yeah, 18,000 grain or wheat. It's going for $8.90 at the Maplefield Mill. I don't really want to load it up on a train right now. I don't know. I think we're good for right now. What are you blocked by? What? Oh, mysterious weight. I don't need a weight right now because none of my tractors can currently hold one. There we go. Quit wasting money. Go. What do you see blocked by? So we got that going for it. Wow, this field's already halfway seeded. That's nice. I believe this one fertilizes too as we go, so that's perfect. I mean, look at some of these huge fields that we can work with here. I mean, eventually. Let's see how much this one is, actually. Kind of curious. Kind of curious. What is it? R? R? Yeah. 616,000. We could, while everyone else is working. You know what? Yeah, let's do a mission. Why not? Get our handy GPS. So help us out with this field. Not too bad. So yeah, it's been a while, guys, but I mean, everything's been going good on my end. I mean, throw me a comment on that. Let me know how you guys are doing. Because I know it's been a while, and probably wondering why I haven't been able to post too much. And it's just, you know, been a lot of stuff kind of going on, and just really haven't spent that much time on the computer. I know that's weird, but you know, things just kind of take hold, and then you just gotta go, you know, work on something else. Or I was worried about selling my BMW. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I sold that. I hated that car. I had a 2001 BMW 325 Ci. It was, you know, in my mind, like, ooh, hey, you know, kind of rich person car. I don't know. I just one of those foreign cars that you see, you know, wealthier people drive, or what have you not. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody more wealthy, but no, I always kind of wanted one, but I will never get one ever again. That was a god-awful experience. But, I mean, everything was going on wrong with it. I had oh gosh, let's see. By the moment I bought the car, took it home, and ran, you know, never really had any problems with it. But first things first, the check engine light came on. You know, of course, I went back up to the dealership that I got the car at, and they're like, oh yeah, it kind of comes on intermittently, this and that, every once in a while. And these people are some shady people. And I was like, alright, whatever, you know. I was like, can you at least, you know, have it checked out and see what it is? And it was a O2 sensor. It was for the front O2 sensor, but it was giving me 2 engine codes, which meant that, you know, one was the O2 sensor, another one was the catalytic converter. And they were like, well, it's probably just given the catalytic converter code because of the O2 sensor. So, you know, catalytic converter is like $600, $700. I was like, oh, jeez. Well, you know, so I just kind of blew it off for a while because the car was already smog checked and everything, you know, emissions checked that it needed to be done. So, you know, I didn't really have to worry about it. But, you know, after that, the next thing you know, I'm getting pulled over on Coronado for taillight, you know. And the cop that I dealt with wasn't really the nicest in the world. They just kind of gave me a hard time because my license was actually expired, but I already had the paperwork in to get that, you know, everything handled with the license and everything like that. They just didn't really, you know, take to my story too kindly and everything, so I'm kind of just being real jerks about it. But so I ended up getting that fixed. That was another 40 bucks. But my only issue was I had LED tail lights, so they weren't just like a simple, you know, go to AutoZone and pick up a new bulb. I had to, I mean, there was a whole bunch of little wires coming out from this whole setup that was going on. And it's just, oh jeez. So kind of had that going on. Then I just knew this wasn't going to work on it. Yeah, let's load this in this offset. No, let's there we go. And go. But I always had, you know, that I had to search online and try to figure it out. And, it turned out it was this little black resistor box or something like that. That one of the solder points on the chip was bad, and it was giving me something, you know, bad readout. I don't know. But my taillight wasn't working, so they gave me a fix-it ticket. To basically, I have this amount of time to fix it and go to the CHP and have them look it over and sign off on the ticket, and I have to go pay a stupid fine. It's really stupid. So I got that all kind of situated there, and once that was done, then next thing you know, I blew a tire on the way home from work. So I had a flat tire. Nice thing was, though, was the spare was actually a full-size tire, so I didn't have a donut, and I didn't have to worry about basically getting a new tire right away. But the rim was different compared to what was actually on the vehicle itself. So had to get all that. Took it to the tire shop, and I was going to get 2 new tires and just have the rim swapped on the spare. And coming to figure out, you know, I was like, oh, you know, $200 for front and rear tire, no big deal. And you know, that's kind of what I expected to pay. But they called me back in there like, hey, there's a problem. These different rim size, this and that. Well, apparently the front and the rear rims, or the front rim is actually smaller than the rear. So I had to buy 3 new tires, and that was $700. And at that point, the car just like literally broke me. I mean, it was just horrible. I didn't have that kind of money to just to crap out to, you know, pay for 3 new tires. And then next thing you know, it wouldn't start. The battery was bad, so I had to go get a new battery. Well, the battery's not like your typical, I mean, yeah, the prices of car batteries have raised in the past few years. I mean, I used to pay like I used to only have to pay $60, you know, at Walmart to get a new battery. Well, this battery is a H7, it's bigger. Cost me $170 for a new battery. And at that point I was just done. I said, screw this car, screw anything about this car, this thing is just a piece of shit. But I finally, you know, I put it up on Craigslist. I wasn't getting too many hits on it. I had it up for $3,500 and just wasn't getting any bites on it. And finally I just dropped the price down to $3 grand. I started getting little nibbles here and there. People were like, hey, can I come take a look at the car? And then either A, they just would never show up, or B, you know, they just, I don't know. I had this one guy wanted to come take a look at the car, and we met up, and he loved it. I mean, I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. But he loved the car, and he loved everything about it, so I ended up selling the car for $2,500. And then, here's the catch-all, was, remember I got in a motorcycle accident last October, so I've been out of commission for a while, but I did not want to get another car. Well, I found a 2001 Gixxer 600 for $1,500, and literally the only things that I've done to it so far, you know, because I take it to the shop and everything, is I've had the fluids flushed. on the motorcycle. You know, all new brake fluid, engine oil, radiator, all that stuff, all new fluids. Had that done to it. I had to get a new chain, so a new motorcycle chain, about $100. So, and then I just got new tires, 2 new tires for the bike. That was like $200. And then I'm getting new fork seals done. That's like $300 for fork seals because they're a pain in the ass. But I mean, I bought the bike for $1,500. It has 30,000 miles on it, and it runs like a dream. I'm so happy with it. You know, I had a $2,500 limit that I could use to buy a bike, basically, and I found I found a piece of gold for, under budget, and had a little bit of money to help fix it up. So that's my story. That's kind of what's been going on with me. Can't complain too much. But yeah, never again. I don't think I'll ever get another, unless it's like brand new, but I'll never get another BMW. It's just they're way too expensive. It's funny because my mom was always telling me, she's like, I told you so, this and that, because my mom had a Volkswagen Passat, and she loved that car, but after a while it just started to be a maintenance issue. I mean, even an oil change for my BMW was well over $200 because it takes a special, synthetic style oil, and then so that was another downside, is everything is so expensive. Even brake pads, man. Brake pads for that kind of car is horribly expensive. But granted, I live in an area where it's not the cheapest thing in the world. I mean, my wife and I were gawking at the gas prices back in Ohio. I mean, gas prices here are over $3. I think they're like $3.50 or 60 cents, give or take. But back at home, I mean, $1.90, $1.80. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just so much more inexpensive back in Ohio. Yeah, we had fun back at home. It was my wife's birthday. We did that. My nephew's first birthday. I was there for that. That was pretty neat. We're almost done with this mission too. Oh, yeah. Wasn't gonna give it to me in the last pass. Yeah, this is some easy money. I'm gonna not use my steering wheel for this because it's just too whiny. My wife's in bed right now, so let's do this, and then every our worker should be pretty close to being done. Should give it to us here any second. There we go. Thanks so much. Reward 8,081 time bonus. We got made about 10 grand with that. And our worker here is done. Perfection. Right on. Oh shoot. Other guys. Let's drive this down the road here and then we'll drop it off for the time being. I'm gonna have to rent, maybe take out a loan and buy a thingy. A loading or forge wagon. Haven't decided yet. Or I could simply just take the Welger and bail everything up. Haven't decided that one yet either. In fact, we need to kind of do that for the cows, for their bedding. Or even just throw into the mixing wagon for their feed as a filler. Yeah, we can do that. Just gotta get this thing all filled up there. There we go. Offload this so our worker can quit sucking down on our funds. Get this done here. Just getting there with this field. You know, plenty of wheat, or straw, I should say. Plenty of straw for bales and for our animals. So I'm totally content with it. Whatever we don't use, well, it's all going to be in bale form, so it's not going to matter. We'll just leave this tractor kind of close. Man, this thing's really struggling. Come on, pick up speed. Come on, old girl. Oh, look at that glorious tractor. Take this up at a slope here. Otherwise we'll get stuck. And we'll just park it right here. Or not technically right there because it's kind of blocking the road there. Sure, we'll park it right here though. And thank you, Viper, for letting me know a scan's starting. I could even send this guy off to start seeding field. What is this field is that exactly? Wait for it to come in view. 13. Just have him start doing field 13 behind our other guy down here, Massey Ferguson. Take a nice little jog up here. Can we even get in this way? I hope so. Oh, we can. Oh, yeah, perfect. Grab this, our Ditsvar, our Agrostar, and run into the pole. Nice. Alright, so let's head down here, grab our welger and our bale attachment for the bale trailer. Never actually tried this out before, so I'm kind of excited to see how this works. I really liked the fact of the small bales. I really thought of the small bales, but having this little guy here is going to be really cool. We'll put this into. I don't know if it's on that position or not. So we'll try to see how this works here. Let's drive it down there first before we start folding stuff. We'll start down at this end. This thing's in work position. Hope it is. There we go. Oh, that's a nice thing. That's awesome. On the trail here. Alright, so we've got our welder small bales going on here. Oh, that looks so cool. I love it. Oh, dusty. I guess as it should be. This makes it so much nicer to see small bills with this trailer. Alright. Man, this first episode's coming to a close here pretty soon, guys. Make sure I get this rendered and put up on the internet as fast as I possibly can for you guys. And, you know, seriously, I want your guys' feedback on this, and, you know, any ideas you guys might have brewing up or anything like that. These will be, you know, kind of in-sync videos and stuff like that. They're not going to be pre-recorded. So, this will be a series. It might be a slower style series where I can't upload a video every single day, but there'll be some content coming out for you guys to enjoy. But we're going to go ahead and call it quits here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining me this evening on Slovakia farm, something. I don't know. I'll make sure I put it in the video title. But nonetheless, guys, I'm BDog743. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you guys have still been hanging around on my channel, even though I've been kind of down and out for a couple weeks. But I'm back, and hopefully you guys are still here and supporting. So thank you guys again for checking me out. If you guys haven't subscribed before, if you're new to the channel, throw a comment down there, say hello. Let me know how I'm doing and how you guys are doing. But catch you guys here in the next episode, next time I record. So keep them coming, guys. Catch you guys later. By the blackouts every other night.